Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and the Ticket FM.com. It has been sponsored in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more jobs from Beatrice to Omaha, towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
This is Bud Steinhorst, CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At first, I was nervous and intimidated by a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox Weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Another warm day with mostly sunny skies and an afternoon high approaching 90. South winds at around 10 to 15. Be passing clouds tonight with a low down to 66. We're right back up to around 90 afternoon and should see at least a chance of rain moving in by tomorrow night. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gather round. This is the Ticket Water Cooler.
This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game.
Coming at you live in the heart of Lincoln, America.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
On air and online at theticket.com. Here are your hosts, Jake Bakoven and Enrique Alvarez Clary.
Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday from the Ticket Water Cooler and from myself, Rico, here on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. I am not joined by Bach as he is still in Omaha working the Men's College World Series, but I am joined by my, I guess, longtime co-host, Austin Orman.
We're getting more and more tenure by the day.
This is it. This is our show now.
Straight up. We own it.
We run all the shows. It is going to be me and Austin for the Water Cooler and for the happy hour. We've got 2 hours with you guys here on the Ticket airwaves. So sit down, get comfortable. I hope you've got your lunch with you because this is over the lunch hour. And share with us what you're eating today. I don't care. Why not? Make me hungry because I forgot to bring my lunch today. 402-464-5685, Honda of Lincoln hotline, Starter Heyman text line, and the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. We are fresh off of 3 straight days and a Friday at the Men's College World Series with Blur Parties downtown, about a block away from the Chuck, and we had ourselves a blast. Austin was down there for one day. Austin, how was your experience?
It was fantastic. I took inspiration from you and laid in the hammock for a while between shows. That was great. Fantastic environment. I had a lot of Wake Forest people start showing up towards the end, and that was a blast. It sounds like they rented it out on Tuesday. for a big watch party, which seemed awesome. But yeah, Monday was fantastic. Took a little walk around Baseball Village and everything. Bought myself CWS shirt because I had to.
Nice.
Yeah.
I still need to do that. Me and my wife are going down there on Saturday and gonna get the shirt that I usually get. Got the teams that are there and all the teams on the back, or maybe all the teams on the front. I don't know. I just have to get a shirt. We'll see what happens. We're just gonna hang out down there for a little bit, hang out at the Blur Parties tent, which was again fantastic. I didn't put my feet in the cold tub. I don't know if I will because I'm wearing socks and shoes. If I was wearing sandals, maybe, but I don't wear sandals all that much.
You've been in a locker room, right?
I have.
Yeah, no, same vibe.
Yeah,
same vibe. Not doing
it. The hammock was amazing. The Connect 4, the Pong, not beer pong, unless you are of age and you do fill it up with beer, but it's just regular Pong. Was fun. They had giant Connect 4. They had cornhole. Everything there was fantastic. The food was amazing. The drinks were great. The staff was very friendly. And yesterday, I actually ran into a familiar face, not familiar as in I know this person, but familiar as in I recognize this person. Gina Mancuso-Prososki was there. She was
star
there,
of the Omaha volleyball team.
She was there promoting the Omaha Pro Volleyball Federation team, handing out little leaflets and stuff. Went up and talked to her. Found out that she, out of all the places that she's been to play professional volleyball, Puerto Rico was her favorite. So we talked about that for a little bit. And no, it was a really fun time talking with her. And then the marketing, I believe she's the marketing director for the Omaha Pro Volleyball Federation. I talked to her as well. So maybe at some point we'll have Gina Mancuso-Prososki on the airwaves. So we'll see what happens.
That'd be dope. You mentioned Connect 4. Some people made some really bad plays. I was sitting on the hammock on my phone, but I was also, kind of keeping an eye on the Connect 4 games. 3 or 4 games in a row. Someone could have won it with 2 moves. It had it set up perfectly, and they biffed it.
You just people watching.
Well, again, they tried to play defense instead of offense. If they go and make their own 4, they win. But they tried to block someone else from getting one and miss their chance.
Don't block, just go.
No,
offense. The best offense.
The best defense is offense.
No, the best offense is a great offense.
Sure,
I don't care about.
I like that.
Get your defense out of here. Don't defend. Just score
buckets.
Unless you're going against Purdue and you're Nebraska.
Buckets.
Maybe defend a little bit. Speaking of that, I know this is like a super short segment, but speaking of football and defending and then offense, somebody who wasn't doing a very good job defending LSU men's basketball and football, as the NCAA has levied down their what's the word I'm looking for? Their penalties,
sanctions.
Their sanctions for them in the 4-year Will Wade case. Nebraska, LSU basketball and football have been given a 3-year probation. Will Wade gets a 2-year show clause, and a 10-game suspension. Even though he's at a new school, it's still going to happen. So McNeese State will be without their head coach for the first 10 games of their season, and LSU football and basketball, men's basketball, 3-year probation. So that's fun for them.
Will Wade, American Gangster, has never rang more true.
That's a great nickname.
It fits. It's
a
apt.
great nickname. These penalties cannot be appealed, apparently, according to the NCAA. So that's just something that they're going to have to deal with. LSU faced 8 level 1 violations as a result of this scandal. 6 of those are against the basketball program, 1 against the football team, and another for both sports combined, as they were lumped together for the case. However, neither program was given a postseason ban or noted for a lack of institutional control.
Whoops. Well, when would the football ones have occurred? Would that have been under the end of Coach O?
Yes. So some of the issues in the football program include a level 2 violation for Odell Beckham handing out money.
Yep. Okay.
Impermissible contact with a recruit by Ed O. However, it was taken into account that the school had self-imposed sanctions. While Will Wade was recorded talking about and I quote, strong ass offer that were there were several other payments that he was being punished for. That included payments to middlemen for recruiting a student athlete's fiance for her silence and offering a car for another athlete's cousin. American Gangster.
Did it work? Not really.
Not really. LSU hired Matt McMahon to replace Wade. The 2022-23 season was a difficult first season for him, going just 14-19.
Yeah, that didn't work either.
No. So Will Wade, 10-game suspension at McNeese. LSU football and men's basketball, 3-year probation, but no postseason bans. So
that's what you can live with, as long as you get the chance to play in bowls. Because this wasn't under Brian Kelly's watch, so it shouldn't, fully come down on his program. LSU is going to be a New Year's Six team pretty perennially.
Oh, yeah.
I think under Brian Kelly, I was really skeptical of that fit to begin with, but he proved me wrong in year one. I think they're absolutely loaded. I don't know if I trust them enough to pick them to win the SEC West, but they'll definitely be in the running. Basketball is a whole other story. That's a team that has had off and on success. I mean, under Shaq, Ben Simmons put up absolute numbers in his 1 year in college, and Will Wade, to his credit, was a solid enough recruiter. I don't know about his in-game tactics necessarily, but
LSU seems like
won
they
games.
should be better.
They should be. They had some legit NBA talent. I guess we credit Will Wade and his methods for that.
I mean,
but
if it works.
It's always been a typically middle of the road program that occasionally pops up, and I think that's just about what they're going to have to settle for if they get lucky with McMahon.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see. Again, 14-19 in his first season. Now a 3-year probation that he's going to have to deal with. I don't know what the probation comes with, if there's any loss of scholarships. Obviously not a postseason ban, but whatever gets handed down, he's going to have to deal with, unfortunately. And the football team and Brian Kelly are going to have to deal with as well. Shout out to Will Wade, the American gangster, for screwing everything up for LSU men's basketball and football. And before we get to break, I just want to read what some people are eating. We have an unnamed texter eating Casey's Pizza. Guilt Nerd on their lunch menu, nacho cheesier Doritos and 2 oranges.
Nacho cheesier?
Cheesier. That's what Guilt Nerd said. Cubsker says, I'm eating chicken bacon ranch, Hunt's Bros pizza, and bacon mac and cheese sunflower seeds.
Guilt Nerd, did you get these in like Taiwan? I'm not seeing nacho cheesier
Maybe it's
available
just nacho
in America.
Cheese, and they just messed up.
Oh, they are imported from Taiwan, apparently.
Oh, well, there you go. Are they good? Are they just cheesier versions of?
I would rather just dip them in queso if we're gonna have nacho cheesier.
Nah, I just eat the. Yeah, you're right. Dip it in queso. That'd probably be better. But did you Cubskers? This is a lot of mix: chicken bacon ranch, Hunt's Bros pizza, and bacon mac and cheese sunflower seeds.
That's a lot going on.
That
is so much going on.
I don't know what's happening right now, but it seems like way too much. Downtown Scott has a Chacho burrito, which sounds amazing right now. Downtown Scott, if you want to order one more and drop it off here at the station, I'd be very appreciative. I would give you a nice, crisp high five for your efforts. Unnamed texture, chicken and mole for me. Okay. And Guilt Nerd just says it was a typo, so nacho cheese Doritos.
Oh, okay. Do try dipping them in queso, though. Would recommend.
Yeah, that'd be great. David from Renew, last one before we get to break. Eating Chef Shawarma right by you. Never had it. Bring some by, David from Renew.
Whenever I hear shawarma, I think of that scene at the end of the original Avengers.
When he had to cover his face because he was growing a beard.
Yeah,
necessary. It was necessary. It's okay. But that's gonna do it for the first segment here on the Ticket Water Cooler. Up next, a little NBA draft going on tonight. After the first pick, who we all know is going to be Victor Wembanyama, where would you go if you were Michael Jordan getting disrespected by Brandon Miller?
He's not making the pick.
He is. He has final say.
I thought he sold.
He did, but he still has control of the team until after the draft.
Wow.
And I think the beginning of free agency.
Oh boy.
So we'll see what happens. We'll see what GM Austin would do with the pick if he was leading the Charlotte Hornets. Up next on the Ticket Water Cooler.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smooth. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
There's never been a better time to earn more on your checking account. Open a free Kasasa cash checking account with Liberty First Credit Union and earn up to 5.5% APY for up to $40,000. It's simple. Open your Kasasa cash checking account online or stop into any of the 4 Lincoln locations or Seward and Omaha branches. Liberty First makes switching easy, and Kasasa checking is always free. See LibertyFirstCU.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Sutter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sutter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SutterHeyman.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this summer. Check out their new Keen and Tiva brand sandals for hiking and Olukai sandals for sitting by the pool. Plus, they're stocked up on Hey Dudes to catch you up on the latest shoe fashion. They also have shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Atrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66 and Q in Lincoln.
Guys, it's that time again. Another 10-week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is starting on July 8th. I joined Farrell's a little over a year ago, and with their help, I've lost over 125 pounds and can confidently say I'm in the best shape of my life. The 10-week challenge combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching in a way that is approachable and achievable for any skill level. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the cost of enrollment. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 70th and Vine or 40th and Yankee Hill.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for fireworks Fridays, souvenir Saturdays, Sunday family fun days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The wait is almost over. The Guardians of Freedom Air Show is the hottest event in the area, coming to Lincoln's Air Park on Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th. Elevate your air show experience with tickets to the premium seating tent, padded seats, meals, and more for just $125. Premium tickets are going fast, so buy yours today. To purchase premium tickets and for more information, visit LincolnAirShow.com. We'll see you at the Guardians of Freedom Air Show in late August.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Back to the Ticket Water Cooler on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to the Ticket Water Cooler here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. The Ticket Water Cooler actually has a sponsor again. The Ticket Water Cooler sponsored by the Guardians of Freedom Air Show, coming to Lincoln's Air Park August 26th and 27th. More details at LincolnAirShow.com. You a big fan of air shows, Austin?
Haven't been to many, but I do like airplanes. I do like people doing cool things. So sign me up as a
You'd be
fan.
a big fan of air shows.
Yeah.
I used to go to, there was this air show at Offutt Air Force Base every year for the longest time. I don't know if they still do it, but I used to go back when I was a wee boy. And it was fantastic because they had like the gigantic planes. I don't even know what they were, but they had the massive ones and they just had them there with the backs open. And you could just go in there and like look at everything. They would like kind of let you in the cockpit. Like it'd be like one person at a time. And it was like two people standing there making sure you didn't touch anything, but just a lot of buttons. I don't know what any of them did, but I know there's a lot of buttons.
I dare you to go back in time and press some.
I just like do, and just like flip up switches and all this stuff. Somehow the back closes and starts taking off. I don't know what's happening.
Sounds like there's not an Offutt Air Show this year. There wasn't one in 22 either, but there might be one in 2024.
Bring it back.
There's a very cryptic post from July 15th of 2022 that looks like a tarmac and just says Offutt Air Show 24.
Bring it back. It was a blast. You got to go to the Air Force Base if you weren't from, well, I could get on the Air Force Base because my mom was retired Air Force, but you get on the Air Force Base if you weren't if your parents or siblings weren't part of the Air Force. It was fantastic. Great place to work out also, the Air Force Base.
Really?
Yeah. Great little, I don't even know, it was like a gym type area where like there was a track that went around. I think it was like a mile long track that went around it. They had basketball courts, weights. There was, not pickleball, but racquetball courts, tennis courts, like all of this stuff, like in the middle, surrounded by this super long track in this area on the.
Did you ever get on a tarmac and pull an airplane for a workout?
No, one because I don't think they'd allow that, and two, I don't think I'm that strong.
That's why you work.
There was a point my sophomore year of college where I was like, I could do it. Like watching this World's Strongest Man.
Yeah.
Like, anything that had to do with legs, I was like, I could do that.
You got a shot.
But if when they're like lifting up the rock, I'm like, I'm not.
Nope.
If I can hold it, like I think I can, squat with it.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lift it and push it over anything like that. My upper body has always and will always be weak, but my lower body strong.
Tell me about it,
dude. Austin, you got muscles. What are you talking about?
I mean, there's a little bump there, but I blame my long arms.
Looking like Victor Wembanyama. Speaking of Victor,
I should be the number one pick.
Yeah, speaking of Victor Wembanyama, the number one overall pick from France, going to the San Antonio Spurs to be coached by the Hall of Fame great coach Greg Popovich. Who's going number 2, Austin, in this year's NBA draft tonight? I believe it's 8:00, somewhere along those lines. The number 2 pick is somewhere between Brandon Miller of Alabama and Scoot Henderson of the G League. If you are the Charlotte Hornets, who are you going to go with to pair with LaMelo and whoever else is on that team? Because I don't know.
What if I told you neither? Neither was an option.
What?
I don't think that's most likely. What I think the Hornets do is they take Brandon Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Even
though he's trashing Michael Jordan?
I would probably... I'm not so sure that's not a setup. I'm not so sure that's not a setup, and MJ doesn't love that.
Do you think that's a way for him to try to get avoided drafted or trying to get drafted by the Hornets?
I could see either. I also know the lines have moved massively his way today.
He thinks Paul George is the GOAT.
I like Brandon Miller's fit with the Hornets. They don't have a lot of true wings, a lot of 3-and-D guys that can shoot the ball like Brandon Miller can, so I think he's a good fit. I think Scoot Henderson's a better player.
Okay.
And I don't think the presence of James Bouknight, Terry Rozier, Dennis Smith Jr., Theo Maledon, guys like that on the roster should scare the Hornets away from taking a Scoot Henderson level talent if they think he's the better player. Looking over Charlotte's roster, I think they should be better than they have been. But they're still far enough away that I think you could take a swing on a Scoot Henderson and figure out the rest later. If that means, moving LaMelo off ball, moving Scoot off ball to be more of a 2, that works. Or the fun, funky option is, do you trade for Zion? Do you say, we think we can get more out of a former number 1 overall pick than either of these two guys? We can have maybe the most exciting duo in the league when healthy of LaMelo and Zion. I mean, that would be, talk about an air show. That'd be Cape Canaveral stuff.
Let's see what you did.
So if they can get Zion and not give too much up outside of the number 2 overall pick, I wouldn't hate that for them.
Who is on the Charlotte Hornets roster because it's going to be number 2 and 2 players.
So if you look at New Orleans and what they need some shooting.
Have they re-signed Brandon Ingram, or is he under contract?
Well, Brandon Ingram's also on the block. It sounds like it's going to come down to one of those two guys.
Okay.
And if I'm the Pelicans, again, I should know more about Zion Williamson than anyone else in the league. My guess is they lean towards keeping Brandon Ingram. That's just what my gut says.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, what does New Orleans need off of Charlotte's roster? They need shooters. They need some knockdown guys. Maybe that's a guy like a Svi Mikhailuk, who's a little bit taller shooter on the wing.
Okay.
Maybe that is, dare I say, Bryce McGowan's. I know Charlotte really likes him. Do you trade for a long guard like Bryce McGowan? Do you believe in James Bouknight enough to pair him? But I think they just need either a shooter or a true kind of lead point guard.
If you look at Bryce McGowan's, do you? And I'm not comparing the two, so be careful. With whatever I say right now, don't try and spin it. You look at Bryce McGowan's. Do you see someone that could end up like a Brandon Ingram? The crazy length, the size, the shooting ability, the athleticism. I know Brandon Ingram was a Duke guy who was, like a top 5 recruit in the nation and all of that. And Bryce was also, a top 15? I don't remember exactly where he was recruiting wise.
Top 50.
Yeah, top 50 guy, a 5-star coming into Nebraska. So it's a little bit different that way. But if you look at them, I think Brandon's taller than Bryce.
Taller, a little thicker.
But in terms of, Bryce he's going into his second year. He still has time to put on weight. He's only 20 years old, 19 years old. So he has a lot of time to develop into that kind of player. But when I look at them, I just thought of it right now, just thinking about those two standing next to each other or something. I feel like Bryce can be a Brandon Ingram type player.
Maybe. I think Bryce is a bit more of a 2, though. I don't think he slides up the positional spectrum like Brandon Ingram does as well. Ingram's a true 3 who can play the 4. Bryce is a 2 who I think would be swimming a little bit at the 3. I just don't think he has quite the bulk. And now that Brandon Ingram's huge. I mean, 6'8", 190 isn't much different than, 6'6", 175, I think was what Bryce is listed at. But I think that Brandon Ingram has a little bit more in his bag. Not to say Bryce can't develop it, but Brandon Ingram's also proven he can handle the ball a little bit. I think the best role for Bryce for at least the next few years is not have to worry about ball handling, being the number 1. If he can be that off-ball guy, take on more scoring responsibilities and a little bit of playmaking. Just a 2. I think there's a little bit too much on the defensive end expected out of all the great 3s in the league. I think it's a little simpler. I'm not saying easier, but simpler for Bryce if he can stick at the 2.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I guess I was just thinking the simplicity in which both of them score and it was something that some Nebraska fans believed was him taking it easy during some games. It was just the smoothness in which he did everything.
The smoothness is comparable between the 2.
Yeah, this just everything that they do to score the ball. It just looks so easy between the 2. So I guess that was just where I was going with that. But if Charlotte moves on from number 2 and trades for a Zion, I think that's going to be monumental. In that the biggest trade of the offseason trade so far.
Well, it depends on what they get, because you would have thought it would have been Bradley Beal, but Washington didn't get anything back.
No,
that's straight salary dump. So I think Washington really dropped the ball there.
They got more back for Kristaps than they did for Bradley.
I was just going to say, even for the Porzingis trade, I mean, 5 years ago, the Porzingis trade would have been the biggest. I think Zion's in the news enough and still fresh enough to the league that would or should be the biggest trade of the offseason. But if we look back in 5 years and he doesn't play, then it's, well, New Orleans did the right thing, got out early.
Yeah. I mean, when he does play and when he is healthy, he is one of the better
He's
players
got baby
in the
Shaq
league.
efficiency.
Yeah, he is one of the better players in the league. So it's just keeping him healthy and keeping him out of the news for the wrong reasons. The top 2 picks in that draft have not done anything to help themselves.
Nor is the number 3 pick, unfortunately.
Number three stayed out of the news. He hasn't done anything.
Well, he's in New York, so he's never really out of the news.
He hasn't done anything wrong off the court.
Correct. And we love him for that.
We do love him. He had a breakout postseason, Hopefully it carries over. RJ Barrett, the best pick in that draft. Who would have thought?
So going back through that 2019 draft, your top 10, Zion Ja, RJ. DeAndre Hunter at 4 has been kind of underwhelming.
He's on the trade block now.
Darius Garland hasn't been bad for the Cavs.
He's been pretty solid.
Jarrett Culver, LOL. Colby White, LOL. Jackson Hayes, role guy. Rui Hachimura.
I like Rui.
He got more of a rep this year than I think he deserved.
Really?
He did a role with the Lakers, but I think it was just because he went to the Lakers that he got as much pub as he did.
I think he has more to offer a team that he wasn't able to do in Washington, and now in LA he's sitting back and biding his time. But I really think that he's going to be a successful, not a star. I think he's going to be a successful player. In the
role
league.
Guy. Yeah, sure. Number 10, Cam Reddish. Bounced around.
Unfortunately.
So far, I think the best pick of this draft is Cam Johnson at 11.
How dare you?
Which is crazy. I mean, I love RJ. I love Cam. I love Zion. They're my guys. Tyler Hero at 13. Up and down.
They want to build around him.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker's had moments. Grant Williams at 22. Do you take him or Cam Johnson?
Grant Williams is solid, but he's solid in the role that he plays.
Jordan Poole or Cam Johnson?
Jordan Poole, if you've got a dime sitting courtside.
No kidding. But other than that,
that's when he goes off.
Keldon Johnson's put up some numbers, but not great. Haven't been a lot of good second rounders from that draft either.
Not a great draft. It's not a bust yet. It's not one of the worst drafts yet, but it's not good.
No.
It's not looking pretty right now for that draft class, unfortunately.
I will say, free Tyus. That boy does
Tyus
not.
Jones?
Yes, that he does not deserve to rot away in the mediocrity that is the Washington Wizards.
That's where he's going, right? Yeah.
Yes.
He was with Memphis.
Yep.
He was the backup point.
Where was he before Memphis?
Tyus Jones was with. I should know this, shouldn't I?
Not necessarily. Minnesota.
I knew that. I didn't know that.
Tyus Jones is my favorite Duke player of all time. He deserves better than the Washington Wizards.
What?
I never said he was the best. I said he's my favorite.
No, no.
Yeah.
What?
I love Tyus Jones. Tyus Stones. He set the table so well. He's part of some of the clutchest moments that I saw in that team. He won a title. Package deal with Okafor. He took over in like the last minute and a half against Carolina to force overtime at home, won that game. On the road at Virginia, it was 66-63 with like 10 seconds to go. Hit a dagger 3 in London Prontas's face to make it 69-63. Had the sickest jump pass I've ever seen. Hit a 3 from the corner against St. John's in the Garden to give Duke the lead in what turned out to be Coach K's 1,000th win.
Yep.
Final Four MOP as a freshman. Took over against Wisconsin. I love Tyus Jones.
Did not know that I was sitting with a Tyus Jones super fan.
Yes. My love for Tyus runs
I
deep.
didn't know that there were any Tyus Jones super fans.
You're talking to him.
Okay, there you go. That's what you learn here on the Ticket Water Cooler. Austin Norman, Tyus Jones super fan. That's going to do it for this second segment on the Ticket Water Cooler. I don't even know what we're going to talk about next because I was just caught very off guard by that. Tyus Jones threw me for a loop. We'll see what happens coming up on the final segment of the Ticket Water Cooler here on 93.7 The Ticket.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club or space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? A margarita club. Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over. Monday nights or any night. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for your senior sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. It's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices. Are offering great pen benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
The wait is almost over. The Guardians of Freedom Air Show is the hottest of the area, coming to Lincoln's Air Park on Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th. Elevate your air show experience with tickets to the premium seating tent, padded seats, meals, and more for just $125. Premium tickets are going fast, so buy yours today. To purchase premium tickets and for more information, visit LincolnAirShow.com. We'll see you at the Guardians of Freedom Air Show in late August. The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beat Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Y'all feeling lucky? Luke Combs here, and I have an exclusive opportunity for you to win $500,000 by joining me in the Living Lucky with Luke Combs lottery experience. When it rains, it pours for lucky fans and lottery players who enter to win a chance of a lifetime. Join me in Nashville for a private concert at the iconic Ryman Auditorium in 2024. One lucky winner will have the chance to walk away with $500,000 at the end of the show.
Details at nelottery.com. Living Lucky with Luke Combs ticket. Top prize odds 1 in 128,000.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for working, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Arnold's Tavern in Havelock is the place to be this summer and the best place in town for shuffleboard. Come on Wednesdays and learn from some of the best players in town for the shuffleboard corner for just $5 and get your first drink on the house. Come on Sundays for open house league all day starting at 11 a.m. and enjoy $3 tall boys and $3 wells. Happy hour is every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and you are always welcome to bring in your own food. Arnold's Tavern in the heart of Havelock.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Another warm day with mostly sunny skies and an afternoon high approaching 90. South winds at around 10 to 15. Be passing clouds tonight with a low down to 66. We're right back up to around 90 again by tomorrow afternoon and should see at least a chance of rain moving in by tomorrow night. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to the Ticket Water Cooler on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to the Ticket Water Cooler here on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. I am Rico, joined by my now forever co-host, Austin Orman. That's it. You're forever here.
Yep.
You are now my co-host. The Ticket Water Cooler is sponsored by the Guardians of Freedom Air Show, coming to Lincoln's Air Park August 26th and 27th. Get more details at LincolnAirShow.com. Again, big fans of the air show. Somebody asked me the Thunderbirds or the Blue Angels, and I have to go with Thunderbirds. I mean, I went to Bellevue West. We were the Thunderbirds. It wasn't the same kind of Thunderbird, but we were the Thunderbirds, so I have to go with them. I'm sorry. The Blue Angels are elite, though, so there. It's 1A and 1B. Is that acceptable?
I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, so sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. We never actually got into a deeper conversation of the NBA draft and what we believe is going to happen after why am I should
after
not
Wemby
space on
goes
his
number
name.
one?
Yeah, Wemby goes. I don't know why I spaced on his name. We've only been talking about him for years. After Wemby goes one, you said that you would trade it away?
No, what I think they do is they take Brandon Miller. What I would do would be look into Zion, see what New Orleans wants, and if the package is good enough, I'd trade out of it. If not, I'm taking Brandon Miller.
But no, do you think Scoot and LaMelo could work well together?
I do. It would be little Luka Kyrie-esque. So you need
that didn't work very well.
Good defensive rotations 3 through 5.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm Mark Williams, my boy, large adult son. I think he's going to be a force.
My son.
I think Steve Clifford, who's their head coach now, does a good job of maximizing his teams on the defensive end. So he will at least make them try on defense, and that's a lot of it.
Okay.
So I think Steve Clifford is a better coach for that kind of setup than, say, Jason Kidd was.
I don't think Jason Kidd's a very good coach.
No.
But that's just my
very
thoughts.
good at spilling drinks on the sideline on purpose.
Look,
though.
that is very smart. All right. He didn't have any.
It was
timeouts.
savvy. It wasn't smart. It was savvy.
No, it was smart. He knew they'd have to take time to clean it up and make sure
it's a
that all the
stupid,
moisture is
simple
gone.
idea.
Exactly. It's smart.
No, it's not smart.
Nobody
it's
else
savvy.
Nobody
it's
else
understanding.
Nobody else is thinking of that.
Because it's so simple and so dumb.
You run
but
out of
so
timeouts.
effective.
Although the great coaches aren't going to run out of timeouts in that situation. They have one in their back pocket for all
There's
times.
that.
Greg Popovich is never out of timeouts when he needs timeout. Speaking of trades, speaking of trading Zion, Bradley Beal goes to the Phoenix Suns. The Washington Wizards get a bag of chips for Bradley Beal. Now there are rumblings that Devin Booker might not want to play with Bradley Beal. Do you think that trio can work out without Chris Paul, without a ball handler to control the offense and get them the ball? Because I don't know if you're going to ask Devin Booker or Bradley Beal to run the offense.
I think you are. I think we saw a lot of Book running point and ball handling. His assist numbers went way up when CP3 was out, which was way up from what it was.
Yeah.
I think he's capable of doing it. I don't know if that's his best role or he wants to. I'm a big fan of low maintenance point guards that put their guys in positions to succeed and hit their spot up threes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge fan of that. Phoenix doesn't have that right now. I'm not a believer in campaign. Shocker. I think Bradley Beal has some, playmaking chops to him as well. I also think he's better off the ball than we give him credit for. He just had to handle it a lot in Washington. And you're not going to have KD run point.
No.
So I do still think a, Tyus Jones type would be great for Phoenix. But if you're paying $160 million to 4 players, you're not getting that. So those two have to make it work. I mean, I give this Suns team 2 seasons max, and then they're picking first overall.
That was my thought process when I talked about it with the captain. Is you're paying these 3 and then Ayton a lot of money.
The entire salary cap.
I don't know how good of a player you're going to get at point guard, or how you're going to fill the rest of your roster with players that are going to complement what you have going for you, because you don't have money.
None. And here's the thing. It'd be one thing if the Suns were so close and they were trying to get one more star to put them over the hump.
Mm-hmm.
The Warriors at least won 3 titles and paid a lot to try to get a 4th, and it worked out for them for a year. Now they're starting to pay the bills. They're starting to see that come due. Phoenix didn't even get one.
They were there, but they didn't win.
Like, this is beyond even what the Rams did in terms of going all in.
Oh.
This is beyond that.
Well, at least the Rams won.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And the Rams went all in to win, but I'm not sold on Ayton as a Jokic stopper.
Is this Brooklyn trading for the Boston Big 3 to win 1 title? and it falling apart in their faces and them not having any of their first round picks?
So that was different because we knew all those guys were washed at that point. That was just dumb. That was publicity. That was hey, we just moved to Brooklyn. Come see our big names.
Okay.
That was not a title winning move. That was very short sighted. Danny Ainge played Brooklyn like a freaking fiddle.
He is really good at that.
Dealer Danny has his tricks.
It's annoying.
And I'm sorry you have to deal with that.
I hate
Well,
it.
you had to. He's in Utah now.
Yeah, I know. That's the reason Donovan Mitchell isn't in New York.
Whoops.
He wanted everything from New York, and then Cleveland was like, hey, we have like 2 players and some crackers. And he was like, all right.
Cool.
I'll take that.
Screw you, New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid Danny Ainge. Ridiculous. It's all ridiculous.
Who would you rather have as your GM? Danny Ainge or Sam Presti?
Well, with Sam Presti, you know you're going to get a first-round pick with every deal you do. But with Danny Ainge, you don't lose deals.
You don't.
Like, for sure you don't. With Sam Presti, like, you're giving away everything, but you're going to have all of the first-round picks for the next 12 years.
That's where my question with the Thunder comes in. Is Sam Presti the right guy for them to make their playoff push with?
No.
I
don't know how he's... I mean, the thing is, you have all of these first-round picks that you can start giving away 4-star players, but how many star players are going to... Because it seems like everybody has a no-trade clause. How many star players are going to waive their no-trade clause to go to Oklahoma City?
So here's the thing about that. Sam Presti he's been the GM in OKC since 2007. So he did put together that team that made it to the finals. That means he's also one that, traded away Serge Ibaka.
That blew it up.
And didn't re-sign James Harden. And
re-signed Serge before he re-signed
James Harden, right. And then held on to Russell Westbrook instead of Kevin Durant, which I know that wasn't completely, his fault. But in some ways, it seems like they prioritized Russell over Kevin. Maybe that's just Kevin's messaging. I don't know. But at some point, Sam Presti's got to prove he can get this team back to the playoffs again. Because he's a perfect GM for a rebuilding team. We've only seen him push a team to the finals once, though.
And that was with 3 Hall of
Famers.
I guess, would that team have been where they were? Would Oklahoma City be, I don't know, in this position or whatever, if they would have chosen Kevin Durant over Russell Westbrook? Would they have been in a better position?
Who's a better player right now?
That's true, but if
who do you guys want to play with more?
If Kevin Durant's by himself and Russell's off doing Russell things,
can you keep Kevin Durant and James Harden together more so than KD and Russ?
That's a good one. I think those two would have worked out a lot better, especially if you would have given me Steven Adams when he got tatted and just became a beast in the paint. But that's going to do it for the Ticket Water Cooler. Up next, the Happy Hour. Same 2 guys, different conversations. Up next, 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Proud to be voted Best Vape Shop.
Generation V.
Is thrilled to announce our newest location is now open at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Explore with the largest selection of vape, Delta 8, Kratom, all your favorite brands of disposables, e-liquid, and premium THCA flower.
Generation V.
We'll guide you through our extensive collection to help you find the perfect fit.
Generation V.
With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, Seward, York, Kearney, and Beatrice. Visit our newest store now open at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at GarnerIndustries.com.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
There's never been a better time to earn more on your checking account. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account with Liberty First Credit Union and earn up to 5.5% APY for up to $40,000. It's simple. Open your Kasasa Cash checking account online or stop into any of the 4 locations in Omaha branches. Liberty First makes switching easy, and Kasasa checking is always free. See libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. But there are standards you have to meet, like a rich deck caramel cake? Check. Bursting